Now comes the definition of marketing management. Philip Kotler, the father of modern marketing, has defined marketing management as the art and science of choosing target market and keeping growing consumers through creating, delivering and communicating superior customer value. If we fragment his definition into parts, we can understand what are the basic elements, basic attributes of marketing management. The first word is about art and science, which establishes that it is not very much theoretical, it is even philosophical as well as behavioral, and there are some things, some elements of marketing management which have been defined through frameworks or different laws. That's why it is an amalgamation of arts and science. Then he talks about the choosing target market, because we can't approach every market. We have to prioritize our target market. We have to segment our consumers. We have to identify and conduct researches according to that particular market. Therefore, we have to understand that what our market is, where are we actually targeting at. Then comes the next part, which talks about keeping and growing consumers. This part is talking about building customer relationship, building brands and having a better clientele with the consumers. That is getting, like I'm adding new customers, keeping, that shows I'm building trust with the existing customers, and growing customers, that shows I'm expanding my market with different segments. That shows we are adding new customers, keeping the relationship strong with existing one, whereas expanding the market. The next part is creating. How we are exactly doing all these things? Through creating, delivering and communicating. That if we are creating something valuable for the customers, for the partners, for the society, by delivering what is created and communicating. This communication is very important if we talk about marketing, because sometimes without communicating we do not know what exactly a consumer needs. Even if we are producing the best possible product or the service, but that will not be sufficient, because we do not know what exactly the consumer wants, what the customer aspires for. There this role of communication comes into the picture. Further adding to that, even this communication is important from customers' point of view, that even they should understand what exactly the offerer is offering to them. If suppose I assume something that I am buying this medicine and this will definitely cure my disease, that will not be sufficient enough. What is the concentration of that chemical? What is exactly the chemical composition? What is the concentration? When the expiry date? All these things should also be communicated from the manufacturer to the consumer. That shows how communication is very important. In the upcoming sessions, we will further discuss about this communication. So, according to the Kotler, these are the important elements for marketing management. I hope we understand how important marketing management is for any kind of activity which we are going to perform for marketing rural products and services. As the rural market is very different from what we have seen in our urban or online platform. That makes this subject even more challenging, interesting and amazing, because the kind of diversity which we have in rural context is very unique and different. There is no single thumb rule formula here. So coming to the next, that is the definition of rural. So according to the National Sample Survey Organization, a place where the population density is up to 400 per kilometer square, that 400 people staying in 1 square kilometer, followed by clear surveyed boundary with no municipal boards, that there should not be any municipal board in that area. Why this is further important? Because suppose I am staying in a municipal board area with a low population density, suppose in case of Ladakh, Even if suppose, I'm just giving an example, if suppose there is a location where the population density is low, then the second definition is very important. And comes the third criteria, which is the minimum 75% of male working population involved in agriculture and allied activities. Unless and until all these three criteria are filled, we can't call a place rural. The demarcation is very important, because based on the market, based on the population, based on the kind of activity, based on the kind of products generated in that area, then only we can work on rural marketing. And coming to one of the most interesting part of this session, that is the definition of rural marketing. If we amalgamate the concept of rural and the marketing which we have seen so far, then comes the main theme, main soul of our rural marketing. That is the working definition if we are talking about. Then there are few working definitions. Maybe they are related to more towards the agri-business related, but if we broaden our view, we can understand in terms of the broader rural plethora.